Alright everybody, I know I've mentioned before, but I've got 3 little kids, so I don't really have the time to show you exactly how I put this thing together and how I built it. But it's pretty simple. This right here is a aluminum paint can, like I think it's a quart. You can buy these at Home Depot or Lowe's for a couple bucks, or use one if you have an empty one. It works best. What I did is I just used a can opener and took the bottom off. That's what this is right here. And yeah, so that was that as far as this can goes. That's all you need. This bottom, I've seen people use these to burn on top of, so you have a kind of a dry surface. You just drop this on. I kind of flubbed on doing this one hole, but I don't think it's going to make that big of a difference because I only have 3 other smaller holes. It's not pretty at all. I was in a crunch for time. I just wanted to get this done, so I think it's going to work. I filed these down so they're not so rigid inside as well. They're not real sharp. I might need to do some more of that, just a little bit, but this will be fine for now. This right here is a used coffee can. This is like a Cafe Bustelo can. Drank all the coffee, had this can laying around. What you do is you measure your hole. I didn't really measure it, I just kind of eyed it up. But you do a triangle like this, cut that in there, and this is going to be where you feed the wood to the rest of the stove. So you light your fire in here. As you can see, you got your vents to allow oxygen to get in there, because you're going to put this little smokestack right on top. It fits on there really good. Another thing I've seen people do, and I haven't done it, I might eventually, but they put, and I tried a couple times. You can probably see the holes down in here. I tried to put some screws in to kind of make this lock on top of the other one, just for safety reasons. But it fits really well, and I think if you have your pot with some water on top of here, it's not really going anywhere unless you knock into it. But for the most part, I think you'll be fine. Oh yeah, this is the tool I use. This is the 1.5 amp Hyper Tough rotary tool from Walmart. This thing costs like $18 on sale, I think. My wife picked it up. I have some other projects I needed it for. I'm gonna work on around the house on my gutters and things, so I definitely needed this tool for some other things. But it comes with all these accessories. So these little discs are what you use to cut. I mostly needed it to cut this hole out of here, but it just looks like sandpaper almost. It's a little disc. The only problem with these is, don't think you're going to just need one to cut a hole this size. I think I went through 3 of these just to cut this hole, because they wear out pretty quick. You don't want to destroy the machine. They're kind of made to wear down as you use them. So yeah, you're going to need a lot, and they gave you, or you're going to need several anyway, but they give you a whole lot in here. As you can see, they're all stacked up. But this tool's been great, so we'll make this kind of a review on this tool. At least for this application, this tool has been really good. No complaints at all. First time I ever used a rotor tool. Another thing I wanted to do with this was to carve some things, or do some inscription in some wood. Also, there's some grinding stones in here. That's the main reason I bought this, to sharpen lawnmower blades. And for what it did for my project here, I am sure it's going to work just fine for my lawnmower blades as well. And there's a grinding stone in here to do that. So, without further ado, this is my little J Falk stove. You can set this here. Fits perfectly inside the other can. There you go. And if you have a pot that's small enough to fit inside this one, then you got a whole other system. And it's only about this big. I don't have a scale, so I don't weigh anything. I can't tell you how much it weighs. It doesn't weigh that much at all. So, perfect for your lightweight needs. And like I said, this would be awesome in an emergency go bag as well.